What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is 6 a.m. We are up and live with me, Son of Nel. I'm hoping that wherever you're watching us from, you are having some good time. I don't know what you are doing, but I'm hoping that you're having some good time. It's early in the morning here in South Africa. Yeah, in our time zone is 6 a.m. I don't know where you're watching us from and what time it is in your time zone, but I'm hoping that you are having a good time because I'm also having a good time. I'm also having a good time. Um, yeah, recently we were live, but then it was cut in short. I don't know what happened. Maybe it could have been some technical problem. Yeah, it could have been some technical problem. But anyway, um, yeah, we are back. We are back. We are back. I'm just sleepy right now, but then we are back. Yeah, we are back. 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 Just a quick one. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that women, they don't necessarily pick the guys that they want to, like, how can I put it? Did you guys know that women cannot, they don't necessarily choose the guys they want to be with? Okay, I'm trying to put it in a very clear way. Like, as men do choose the women they like and they approach them, women don't do that. Or should I say, women cannot do that? I guess that way it makes sense. I don't know. But then anyway, I hope you get my point. How men happen to approach women that they like, women cannot do that. Meaning to say, men can approach women, but then women cannot approach men. So somewhere, somehow, even though women have men that they desire so much, they somehow cannot approach men. They have to wait for men to approach them. Meaning that they're likely to end up with guys that approaches them than the guys they actually like. I don't know if you get my point. So for women, it's not the case that I want this kind of a man, then she ends up with him. Woman ends up with a man that happens to approach them, not the man they really so desire or prefer. So they choose from the guys that approaches them. So if you're a woman, I want you to look at it in this way. Almost 90% of the men that approaches you, you find out it's not the guys that you want. Then now you have to choose from the left 10% of the guys that approaches you. So now you become selective. You have to choose the better one, not the good one, because literally I don't think there's the so good one that you prefer. You choose from the ones that you have, that you think this one is better than the rest, then I can go with him. That is why most women, they end up being confused, especially when they meet. You find out they're interested in two different men or more, because of these men, they have different characters they so like or they are attracted to. So most women, they happen to be confused or be in a dilemma on which guy they should go with. because you find out this one has this one has that, and she wants all of those all together. But then it's not easy to have such a man because, you know, that perfection doesn't necessarily exist. So it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem for women to choose, um, or actually to say they can find the man they want. No, they choose from what they have, not necessarily what they want. You understand? So as a man, we are more privileged enough to find a woman that we want, right? Than women. Women, they have to just let it be. That is why you find women settling with men they don't really want, because their pool of them, or the chances of them getting the men they really want, it's very low. It's very low. They just have to settle. Over time, when you get old, you realize that no, I don't really have the time for me to find a man. I don't really think women find men. I don't think so. I think it's men finding women. I don't know if you get my point. I don't think women find men. I think men find women. So if you're a woman going around saying, I'm gonna find the one that I want, I don't know how you're gonna do that, because women can't find men. Not to say you can't meet men, you don't find men. Does it click a little bit? So my point is that as a woman, you settle with men that comes to you or approaches you, then you choose the one that you think it's better to be with, then you just go with it. Meaning that if you're a woman, you get to have a chance to meet a man that is good enough. You might also just keep him, because the chances of you getting the kind of a man like him or better than him, they're very slim. If you are listening to this, do share with friends, family, whoever that you think they need to hear this. So women don't have the chance to look out for men, you know, but then they have a chance to choose from the men that they happen to be approached by. It's not every day where women happen to be approached by the kind of a man they're looking for. And the funny part about the situation with women, the moment she come across, the lower chances of her getting the man she wants. Why? Because, don't take it the wrong way, it's more like a mileage. The newer the car is, I don't know if you get it, the newer the car is, the more we want it. The older it gets, the lesser we want it. So as women, they get older, the lesser men they happen to attract. So that is where they find themselves in a space where they need to settle. So women, they happen to settle with men that they are left with, not with the men that they really want. So my point here is that if you're a woman, you happen to come across a man who is man enough, you might also just call it a day. You know, you might also just, give it in, because for you to find a man that you so desire every day, the chances are very slim. A man can be like 50 years old but then still meet different women. A man who is like 50 years old can still get a woman at her 20s, but then the chances are slim for a woman in her 50s to meet a young blood in his 20s, and they can just kick it off. So my point is that women and men don't have the same chances. So if you're a woman, you have to understand that your chances are never the same as men. Don't take it in an offensive way, but take it as a mileage on a car. The older it gets, the more it depreciates, meaning that it loses its value over time. That less people are less likely to buy it because of the mileage. This applies to women. So you have to understand that as a woman, you don't have that chance to go around look for men. You have to wait for men to come to you, you know? And imagine how weird it can be for a woman going around trying to find men. It's weird, right? How weird can, like, imagine that. A woman that happens to go out trying to find men. That's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird. You know? So it's not normal for women to go around looking for men, right? But then somehow it is expected for a woman to be approached by men. But then the chances of women being approached by men they're looking for, it's quite slim. Meaning that if you are a woman and you happen to find a man that is of your preference, I'm good, and how are you? If it's the first time you joining us on our live chats, you're welcome. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and share with friends and family so that we can have some good chats together. So like I was still saying, the chances of women getting the men they like is very slim because women cannot go around looking for men. It is weird for women to imagine as a woman going around looking for men. It's weird, right? Very weird. But then as a man, you can easily go around finding women. It's normal. It's normal. So the message that I'm trying to give to women is that as young as you are, you somehow feel like there's always a man out there for you. So the question is that how many men do you think they are out there for you? Because over time, as you happen to come across these men, the chances of you getting the right one is somehow getting slim. You know? It's getting slim because you are now wandering around trying to find something you're not sure of. You know? So, as a woman, if you do come across men that appreciates you that way, you might as well just keep him, because the chances of you getting the man that you so dream of, they are very slim. And I should be honest about the situation. Most people, they don't settle with people they dreamed of. They settle with people they are left with. So understand that most of the time, people they don't settle with people they dreamed of mostly. It's very rare. It's very rare. Actually, it's very difficult to settle with somebody that you dreamed of, because over time, living with that person, it becomes difficult. It becomes difficult surviving with that person that you dreamed of. It becomes difficult being around that person you dreamed of. You know? That is why they say that true love doesn't come easily, meaning that the people that you want to end up with, it's not easy to keep them in life. It's not easy to keep the people that you love, you know, because somehow you become sensitive in everything that happens between you and them. So as for women, I wish and I hope you understand, as you are watching, that I'm referring to every woman worldwide. Doesn't matter who you are. If you get a chance to meet a man who appreciates you, do appreciate him back. If you are a woman, you happen to come across men that loves you and appreciates you, please, please. It isn't every dream that comes true, meaning to say that it isn't everybody that you so wish to have, you would have. Or if you were to get a chance to have that people or that kind of a person, the chances of you keeping them is very slim. Okay? Because for a woman, it's not easy to go around trying to find men. Imagine you as a woman going around trying to find men. That's weird, right? That's very weird. But then it's normal for a man going around looking for a man. So if you're a woman and you're still in your early 20s, you still have a lot of time or chances to wander around, to go around, play around and stuff like that. But then the more you get older, the chances of you going around, it becomes slim as a woman. You know, it becomes slim. So we don't control nature. Nature takes place. So you see, the things that you used to do in your, let's say you are in your 30s, or let me just give a simple example. The things that you used to do before you reached puberty, you no longer do them. Some of the things, it's like they're a little bit embarrassing for you to do. Some of the things, you just outgrow them. That is nature taking place. So it means that over time, there are some of the things you would outgrow them. You might not be aware that you are somehow outgrowing such things. But then I must say, it is important to understand that over time, there are some of the things you're going to outgrow them. So if you are a woman, you're somehow still in your early 20s and you're still trying to play around, there's a chance that you're going to end up with a person that you are less likely, to find yourself with. So the person that you are likely to end up with in the coming years, you find out is the person that you were less likely to end up with in your youth. So the people that you didn't date in your youth, in your in the later stage, you find that these are the people that you happen to find yourself dating. So it means that over time we outgrow things. We don't choose to outgrow, it's nature taking place. So let me tell you something that you already know. So right now you are seeing somebody, you are dating somebody, but then you are not sure on where the relationship is going, right? You are not sure on how long you're going to be with this person. And to some of you, you believe that you are pushing time. To some of you, you believe that this person is not good enough for you. To some of you, you believe this person is whatever, however you are judging the person. Let me tell you something. Over time, you would outgrow those minds and you realize that this is the only person that you have left with in life. So better make good decisions right now, because over time you would outgrow that naiveness into your mind. Then you realize that I actually have no other person than the person that I have right now. And you realize that you've been dating this person for close to 5 years or more. And now you start outgrowing so many things that you used to do when you were young, and you realize that now I'm getting older, I have no other but than the person that I'm having right now. So my point is that as you start dating, or as you start being involved in relationships, choose wisely, because the person that you are dating right now, it might be the last person that you happen to be with in life. I don't know if you get my point. If you do, don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel. So as I was still saying, you are more likely to end up with the person that you are dating right now. There's a higher chance for you to grow older with that person. Let me tell you why. So you see, in your family members, the people that your brother, your sister, your father, everyone in your family, most of the time you happen to be involved in arguments, fight, have conflict, all that. But then yet they're still there, right? Yes. And you know that you have siblings. You have siblings that you happen to fight with, family members that you happen to fight with. But then they're still in existence in your life. They're still there. They're still in your life, right? And somehow you grow to love them. You grow to love them, to understand that my cousin is a weird person. Somehow you grow to understand that my sister is a weird person. Somehow you grow to learn that my whoever in the family is this kind of a person. You get my point? So this applies that the people that happens to be around you a little bit longer, you happen to find a way to be around them. Meaning that this also applies into your love life. The people that you are dating, the longer you become you be around that person, the more you happen to be more involved with that person. The more you learn about that person, and you understand that this person it's like this or like that. So the point that I'm trying to make is that you cannot move from one person to another all the time whenever things are not going well. With a practical example, with your own family members, the ones that you fight with, but then you still love them. And yeah, you still love them. Some of them you're not really that close, but then this is your family, and you consider them somehow. So now you're dating this person, but then somewhere somehow you feel like the way this person is, they're not good enough for you, and whatever and whatever and whatever and whatever. Give it some time. Over time you realize that you would outgrow those minds or thoughts that you have about that person. You get my point? So you can't keep on moving from one place to another, moving from one relationship to another, one relationship to another, because there's an age where everything pauses. There's an age which you're gonna reach, everything pauses, and life just it just pauses like that. You get my point? So there's a point where your life is going to pause and nothing happened. Like literally, it just. Have you ever reached a stage where you can't seem to meet anybody? Like you're at a point where your life doesn't happen to change. It just remain constant. Where like you don't meet anybody new. Like you just lose interest in the outside life. Have you ever been in that stage where you just lose interest in the outside life? Where you can't seem to be interested in meeting new people. You can't seem to be interested into doing new things. So let me tell you something. Everybody happens to reach that stage. So the question is, when that stage comes, would you be having everything that you want, or would you be having that person that you want to spend your life with? Because trust me, the time is coming where you wouldn't find yourself interested in, you know, dating and stuff, where you would be like in a stage of trying to build something solid in your life. Everybody have um that stage where you feel like, now I want to build something with. Hi, I can see you there. Sorry, it's just that when I talk, I talk non-stop. I do recognize you. I don't know how to pronounce, but then I can see you. Hi, I can see all of you. Shout out to you all for tuning in our live chats. This is me, Son of Nel. There's no other one than me. Yeah, this is our live chats. We're having some good time, and I'm hoping that you're also having some good time. If you'd like to ask any question, do ask. Or if you'd like to share with us something in mind about your love life, do share. We do listen. And then, yeah, in all parts of the world, there are people that would like to hear your story, share your experience, your love life experience. And who knows, maybe somebody out there can get something out of it. Somebody can learn something out of your love life experience. Your own experience, or the advice that you have, or something that you might have learned throughout, it can be helpful to somebody else out there who maybe have just started dating, who maybe have no experience at all in dating, or maybe there is somebody out there who is currently dating, but then there is something that happens to confuse them. We go through different situations. Maybe you are tempted into doing something you don't like. Maybe you are in a stage where you're not sure whether you should continue with your relationship or not. A lot of things happen in relationships. I know that in the relationships that you've been involved. I know that you do have the experience, right? You do have your own experience. Okay. Just a second. Honestly speaking, your experience is very important, to share with others, because there are people who needs to, who needs to learn from you. There is someone out there who'd like to hear your story. Who knows? It might give them hope. It might give them hope, because somehow we happen to feel better about ourselves when we hear other people's stories. If I personally, I was hoping, I was actually, let me say, I was planning on giving up on a certain relationship, or giving up at all when it comes to dating and all that, and somebody shares something that an advice or an experience that might help me to change my mind, or give me an idea, or in a way that I can look at things in a different way. Is that, yeah, so what's up, people? Welcome to the club. I'm hoping that you are having a good morning. Wherever you're watching us in part of the world, you're welcome. And shout out to you and your family. I'm hoping that you're having a good time and a good morning, because I'm also having a good day. I'm also having a good day. I'm hoping that you are also having a beautiful morning. Wherever you're watching us from, please let us know. In any part of the world, please let us know, whether you're in the UK, whether you are in the US, whether you're in South Africa, my home country, whether you are in the Indian part. Shout out to you. Yeah, man, it's all love, and every day, every morning, uh, and every minute. We live for love, man. We live for love. If you don't live for love, I don't know what you're living for. I don't know what you're living for. You know. The happiest people are the people that are in love, man. The people that are in love, they're the happiest people. Yes, it's still it is still raining. It is still raining. It's heavily raining. It is still raining, and I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. But then it is still raining. It is still raining. I must see that. It is still raining. You know. I encourage people that they should be in love. I encourage people they should live for love, because love is a beautiful thing. It's something. It's a feeling that I don't think one can live without. You know, it gives us a purpose. It gives us hope. The reason to live, the reason to do things that we do. You know. So yeah, that's all it's about. That's all it's about. I, I was a little bit distracted. There was someone who was who was saying something like, uh, "Why is it that the that they don't get along with they don't get along with their with their sibling or their brother or sister?" Like, guys, it's normal. It's normal. It's normal not to get along sometimes. You can't always get along with everybody. Like, literally. I can see. Is it Liam? Is it Liam or Liam? Oh, it's Liam. I think it's Liam. Hi, Liam, and everyone who is here. If it's the first time you being here, shout out to you. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel. And yeah, I can see you, Liam. You say you got YouTube channel. Yeah. Shout out to you on your YouTube channel, Liam. I'm hoping that you are enjoying doing what you are doing, because yeah, we are also doing what we do best. You know. Yes. Yes. It's 44 minutes after 6 a.m. In South Africa, in our time zone. I don't know where you guys are watching us from, but then I'm hoping that you're having a good time, because I am having a wonderful time myself. You know, a wonderful time myself, talking to beautiful people like you, wonderful people, amazing people, loving people. You know, it is so amazing to be with people that are like you. You are much appreciated, I must say. Um, wherever you are watching us from. I somehow feel like we are close, like this close, you know. So yeah, it feels good being here. It's really amazing to have you guys. So yeah, you are much appreciated every day. So I'm a little bit tired. So yeah, if you do wanna watch our videos, do tune in, and don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and yeah, you can go in and watch on our videos. If you have anything that you'd like to share or ask, do share in the comment section, and we can have a chat about it. And yeah, I'm hoping that you're having a good time, because I'm having a wonderful time myself here. Yeah, there's no other thing that I like doing than talking to you guys, you know, just having some good time with you, remotely so. And yeah, man. And we are family, you know. It's like a family in a distance. We're like a family in a distance. Shout out to you all. It's yeah, it's a beautiful morning. I'm hoping that you are having a good time, because I'm also having a good time. For those of you who just joined us, welcome and welcome and welcome. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. There's no other place to be other than here. This is the place for you to be. And I'm hoping that you are gonna engage with us, have a good time with us. Anything that you like to say, do say. Anything that you like to share with us, do share. Anything that you like to ask about, do ask. This is a place for you to be, you know, because I understand some of you don't really have, you know, people that you can talk to and ask questions that you might have. And yeah, this is a place for you to be, to have a good time, to keep yourself open-minded, to relax, engage, have a good time. From me to you, Son of Nel, I'm hoping that you're having a good time. Shout out to you. Yeah, man, I'm about to sign out, and I appreciate all the love, all the support. Yeah, don't forget to like and share with friends and family. And it's me, Son of Nel. I appreciate all of you. I recognize you all parts of the world, from the UK, from the US, in the Indian part, and in all parts of the world, in Africa, and all other parts of the world. You're much appreciated. You're welcome to join us in our live chats every day. This is a place for you to be. And signing out. Peace out. See you next time.